Welcome back, everybody. It is time for more Rica Fruit Simulator 24. Game of the Year Edition. Sorry, I had to get those links back up there, but you can see the link up there now if you'd like to try it yourself. And we got our Nipahs below. So let's get started. Nipah! The science stuff that Chris made a while ago looks so nice. Yeah, I looked in the Discord this morning and I ended up seeing like 25 plus entries into the game. I was like, oh, that's cool. So a lot of stuff just got implemented. That's always nice to see. Well done by everybody all around. I do look forward to taking on that Space Hulk. Gear up for it today. Yeah, what's up, Skilling Blow? Whew. Watched a very emotional movie yesterday. And it was absolutely fantastic, but I also think it may have pricked my brain in a bad way as well. So, I've been a little out of it the last couple of bits, but I'm doing okay. We're still streaming, we're still doing the Nipah, and we still got XCOM to look forward to. I took my meds a little bit later, but I did take them. But it was a fantastic movie, but my brain is just... It's not 100%, and I don't think it'll ever be 100%. And some things can end up really hurting more than I realize until I think about it later. And that's okay, that's just part of the process, but it makes it very tough. Took me almost 2 hours to get up today. I woke up at 9:30, it's 11:30 right now. I had to reschedule my psych so I could get, well, talk to my psych again, which will probably be midstream tomorrow. Fair warning, I'll probably take a little break in UFO 50 and talk to her for a little while, since the only appointment I could get as soon as possible is in the afternoon. But it's only going to take like 20 minutes. About that of a pretty long bathroom break or something, so it ain't nothing. But I do need to get a refill on my medication. Gotta make sure that happens. Cannot miss the medication. But it's just one of those things. It's, ooh, 4 6s. Alright, I like it. It's just one of those things that, like, it's just one of those things that's gotten worse as I've gotten older. And as much as I've come to realize when these things are gonna happen, that doesn't still really stop them. So my head kind of just throws me through a loop for a long time. I end up losing a few hours of my evening and my morning and such, but the fact that I can stream every day and still get going is huge. And I will probably lean on that for, well, for the continued future. But on UFO 50 yesterday. We got up there in Porgy. Didn't realize Porgy had so many more drops we just missed. I'm confused at how many drops we've missed, to be honest. And that was a fun one. We also opened a couple other ones to check out. Onion delivery is fun. Didn't finish it yet, but it's been fun. And then Caramel was really fun. The shmup. We're starting to get pretty good at it. So that'll be fun to visit that one tomorrow when we go back into the UFO 50. Doesn't help that it's kind of chilly here, but that'll all get better when the medication gets better. And the science stuff looked cool. I saw the Commissar Scion, which is cool. Their jump carapace coming into their own. It looks really neat. Nipah, give us something fun, Rika. Or I give you something fun to the face, and I'm talking about a big old frying pan. Bonk bonk and a bonk bonk. I mean, with no nose, it's pretty easy to hit you flat in the face with a frying pan. Just whoosh. Plump. Oh, baby. Nipah and Nipah-ing. We want more Nipatsies is what we want. You've been a little stingy on the Nipatsies, Mouse Nose. You get a little Mouse Nose now. Your frying pan woes. A mouse nose for the frying pan woes. Poke poke. Poke poke. There's a weird thing that happens in my brain when that starts to, like, cloud over. 555444. That's a neat roll. And the fact that I just kind of, it's almost like a system shutting down. Like if your computer was going into sleep mode, that's kind of how my brain does. And it's good because it does that to not another fun roll. It does that so it can stop from pushing too hard into itself. Which is appreciative. It's probably why I also can't really remember a whole lot of the time. The brain, for as tricky as it is, it does actually try to help out, too. It will block specific memories and stuff. And kind of look to make you as stressless as possible at times, which is nice. And it just has this weird cloud over it. And then you kind of get stuck in the same thought area. But on top of that, I need to close my eyes. To kind of get it to as little stimulation as possible. And with closing my eyes, I kind of just nod off sometimes too, if I'll just pass out, which does also help. I think I passed out for almost 2 hours last night after eating dinner, because I just hit like a fucking truck. Do. I did eventually get back up though, and the rest of the night was okay. I knew the morning would be tough. It always is. But we're here, we're rolling, we're Nipahing. And that is exciting. I've been wondering if I want to do another Scion run with the guards. Especially since they're getting all that cool new stuff and they got the nice dropship and everything. I just don't know where I want to go next. I was thinking about half enemies with brutal AI, or just another like challenge run or something, or maybe a different XCOM. I don't know, but I kind of still want to play this one. So many choices. So many choices. Where are we at? Okay, we're not even through our first 100 fates yet. Let's go. We have plenty of fates left for Rika to get us another Nipah on the day. Nipah. Oh. But otherwise, I'm actually doing... Well, I'm doing better now, so that's good. I do love me the daily Nipah. It's very calming. Very nice part of the morning. Hopefully tomorrow I can finally get my ass into fucking streaming a little sooner. If my brain doesn't want to just absolutely nuke me in the morning every time. I know it may sound weird the way I conversate about my brain specifically, but when there's an uncontrollable part of your system at times, it can almost seem like a separate entity in that regard. Especially when it's taking you places you don't want to go, and it just keeps you there. But, oh wow, 4 1s again. You like a lot of 1s in this this rolling scheme here, Rika. I mean, our version of the Nipah here. But it's just kind of how it's explained and spaced out that way. Like, it's genuinely a weird thing to try to explain. It was 1s and 4s, and now it's 2s and 5s. What is it going to be 3s and 6s? If we get a 3 and 6s like this, I'm going to lose my shit. Again. But it's weird when you're in the moment and you realize what's happening, but you can't stop it. And if it's not something you really experience, it's kind of really difficult to explain. But it's just kind of your brain. Right, take when your brain gets super excited and you're just in like a adrenaline rush of happiness and fervor. Now flip that into a depressive state, or a sad state, or what have you, and like there's still that, like, levels of excitement just in a different way, like in depression or something, or sadness or what have you, and it kind of just takes over. And like, I think it's in similar vein to like being super excited versus being super depressed. Like, it's still the similar kind of reaction. Our brains kind of just get too excited or too one way or the other, and either you can kind of carry that out, or it just kind of stalls and you have to wait for it to end. My brain seems to be on the stalling shutdown section when I get stressed or sad or overworked or whatever have you. So that's about the best way I can really explain it. It's just like this never-ending like, I word this. It's like the fragility and volatility of your brain is always on display, and it can go left or right at any time. And if it goes left, all the happiness happens. If it goes right, all the sadness happens. Either way, you can't get off that car. All you can do is try to push it back into the correct lane. And you're just along for the ride no matter what. So getting a hold of that steering wheel has kind of been what seeing my psychotherapist has been for the last couple of years. A few years now, maybe. I don't even remember. And that's what the medication also helps with a lot. Gives me the energy and focus I need, and it does take away a lot of the demons. I know this because there are days that I forget my medication, and it's significantly harder, bordering impossible, to actually get control of my brain in some situations. So, and that's just kind of how that happens. But on the flip side, I've been thinking about this last gun-only challenge the last couple days. And I am excited to actually get the... for the third time, I think I'm talking about the Space Hulk. But just, we had so much to fight the last few streams. Alright. But let's flip the subject a little bit here. That's enough of that. Unless, of course, anybody wants to talk about it. But, but in Rosigma here, I've been contemplating on the next challenge whether it's going to be brutal AI or not. If it's going to be brutal AI, then I'm going to have to at least half the forces in the game to have any kind of chance to want to get through it in any kind of non-super spammy way. But I'm not sure which way I really want to go, because I do like it on Brutal AI, but it's just not made for it. Like, every time you get to later missions, almost immediately they just take over, because they're just too fast. And there's just way too many of them. So I was thinking at half enemies, it could be a bit more doable. I don't know how that would affect some of the later stuff or whatnot. Yeah, you can't use it by default when the game ain't used for that either. That's just asking for a headache, because that's so fucking hard to actually face the incredible sprinting and melee oriented enemies, especially en masse. Like, I just don't have the patience to want to sit there and meticulously perfect each turn to even remotely have a chance. So at least at 50% units, it would be decent. And it would be a decent fight to just, like, it would be decent to check out endgame enemies at that point without having to worry about 12 fucking Terminators or something. You'd only get 6, which might be dealable if they don't all just rush you and kill you anyway. But I kind of like playing on vanilla AI because it gives me more chances to be silly, which is also something I really like doing in XCOM. Like, the Lasgun only challenge has been really fun. There's lots of good Lasguns in it. And it's been a blast kind of just checking out all the las weaponry the mod has to offer, which is a significant amount. We're not even playing as, like, Steel Legion, who have their own special las weaponry things. I was gonna play as them again. I was like, nah, I'd rather just play as regular guard. That'll be fun. And I have been liking it a lot so far. I like the variety guard have. Guard have just endless variety. Like, even with all the las weaponry, we still got rotor cannons, assault cannons, auto cannons, flamers, stubbers, shotties, you know. So many other, the heavy snipers are a great gun that we're just not using on this one. They got all those mounted bolters and lasses and stuff, and the ATST of las cannons and mounted weaponry and such, and it's really awesome. Oh, we only have 29 fates left. Rico's just getting into it. That's okay. I would like to see a Brutal AI option come to it. I don't think it should just turn into a Brutal AI only mod. I mean, you don't really have to at this point either. You can just separate the two. You can have this, and then you can start working on a more Brutal AI oriented one, I guess. I mean, you already have this, so working towards Brutal AI would probably just be the only thing you'd really need to focus on. Like, the entire experience, I think, would have to be shifted more into a boss-like tone. Like, we're talking Terminators coming down at, like, just 2 of them. But being, like, really badass. I think that would be a more fitting tone for Brutal AI. Also, you could even play with their specific AI and make them really smart and stuff like that in general. And then you'd have, like, a bunch of scrubs out there also helping them. I think that would be a much better experience than the overtly heavy elites, but again, I understand that it's not Brutal AI. And that was done as a challenge. This is just me airing out what I think would be really cool for a Brutal AI version of Rosigma. Like, a decent amount of just schmucks that aren't very good. And then some good elites to get things out. I think would be pretty ideal. And then you can even have, like, real big boss fights too, like the Saturnine Marines. Like, they could be uber rare. If you run into one, you gotta be scared because they're that powerful. Just one of them, but they're that fucking powerful. See, that makes it interesting to me. But I don't know how you would do that in a way. Like, you'd have to manipulate the map design even to make sure, like, enemies would stick to specific spots and stuff. Oh, we only have 10 more fades. Alright, Rika. Come on, Rika. 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 Damn it. Alright, it's worth a try. We need the miracle, Rika. We need the miracle. But there's a lot that I feel like Brutal AI can be great with. But it kind of has to be designed around, because obviously the original game was not made with amazing artificial intelligence, and they did what they could. And honestly, I think they still did a pretty great job, even with as silly as the AI is. It's still fun. Diddly 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 dee. Oh, last fade. Come on, Rika. Oh. Fuck. Well, this was a very unfortunate day. I don't think we got anything. That's okay, though. When you're only working on 200 fates a day, some days just aren't going to have all the good rolls. But that's alright. The Daily Nipah is still a glorious thing, and I look forward to it tomorrow. But this will be it for today. If you would like to try this out, socksmadepeoplesexy.itch.io. This is Rika Fruity Simulator 24. And one day we are going to save Rika, one way or another. But that is it for the Daily Nipah today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that oh so very much. Positive vibes, y'all, and have a wonderful night.